Tonight on News 5 Live, a security guard pleads guilty to vandalizing an e-bus. It's the second event where the new buses have been damaged. The latest on the Innovabel land scandal. Belmopan residents are coming forward to make payment arrangements for land titles. Tonight on Culture Tuesday, October kicks off Halloween month, and thousands of dock workers strike at the East Coast. What does it mean for Belizean imports? We'll bring you up to speed with today's top stories in 60 seconds.
A hurricane can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles. Secure loose outdoor items like furniture and grills. Board up windows and trim trees around your house. These simple steps can significantly reduce damage during a storm. Don't wait until the last minute. Be proactive and secure your home today. Remember, it pays to get it right with RFNG Insurance, a Road Group company.
I say to you that there is a dire global health challenge at our gates in the global south. We have experienced an exponential rise in cardiovascular disease, chronic respiratory and infectious diseases, cancer, diabetes, air pollution, mental health challenges, malnutrition, and all of this while the climate crisis has impacted us and our environment and will continue to do so. We, the citizens of the Caribbean, are faced with a simple choice. What will our future be?
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, October 1st. I am Sabrina Daly. After much anticipation and debate among local bus operators, e-buses finally rolled into Belize City's public transportation system on July 22nd. Since then, commuters have eagerly embraced the new routes crisscrossing the old capital. However, tonight's news takes a different turn, as KBH security guard has been convicted of vandalizing one of these e-buses. The culprit, 27-year-old Bernard Humes of LaCroix Boulevard, struck the bus door with a baton on September 28th, shattering the glass. The incident occurred on Princess Margaret Drive. Humes appeared in the lower court today and promptly pleaded guilty to the damage. He explained that the bus driver was veering out of his lane just as Humes was exiting the Princess Hotel and Casino. When Humes approached the driver, the door was shut on him, prompting him to knock on it with his baton. Although the driver remained silent, a heated exchange erupted between Humes and the conductor. In court, Humes insisted that it wasn't a case of road rage, describing the broken glass door as an unfortunate accident. While Humes expressed his willingness to cover the damages, the court procedure dictates that a sitting magistrate cannot order compensation exceeding $1,000. However, the prosecutor clarified that they were not seeking compensation at the conclusion of the criminal case. As a first-time offender for property damage, Humes received a non-custodial sentence. He was fined $700 plus a $5 court costs, which he must pay by December 31st, 2024. Failure to do so will result in 6 months of imprisonment. Last night, we revealed a controversial list of former Belmopan Mayor Shan Palacios' family and friends who acquired lands in Innova Bell Estate at shockingly low prices. The list featured her grandchildren, children, siblings, and former council members. Despite the lands being appraised at $20,000, the Belmopan City Council, under Palacios' leadership, sold them for as little as $500. Some of her close associates even secured up to 8 parcels of land at these heavily discounted rates. We spoke with current Mayor Pablo Kawich, who mentioned that although the central government has yet to address the issue, several individuals have already come forward to arrange payments for the titles they received.
I can confirm that some of the recipients are valid. I did browse through the list, not in full detail, but I did take a good scan of the different names and the amounts, and it did appear accurate. As an individual on a whole and a citizen of Belize, I am disappointed. The details that came out was not something we wanted to be floating around out there, specifically because of this type of feedback that we're getting from the community. I can give you the assurance that this present city council team and administration is not in agreement with what happened. Obviously, that is why we have tried to at least ensure that on the city council side of things would be rectified by the full payment amounts being processed.
So what are you all holding fast to the request for individuals to come in and make further payments? And since we last spoke, have any additional persons come in to make such arrangements?
Yes, some more people have come in. I believe that with the news that has come out and the details that have come out, people have gotten the sense that it can get very nasty out there. And I think what they're trying to do is trying to ensure that at least they cover the financial side of things.
Belmopan Mayor Pablo Kawich has unearthed what appears to be yet another questionable transaction that took place under former Mayor Sharon Palacio. The council has issued a release noting that 51 taxi license plates are being recalled due to their invalidity. Today, Mayor Kawich apprised us of additional details related to their investigation into these license plates.
The specific issue with this case of the license plates that we published was that the processes, when it comes to our processes for ordering of license plates all the way up to the issuance to individuals, there was documentation missing, and that's basically what we are identifying as an issue. As I had expressed to Plus TV yesterday, we do not know if these plates were actually issued to the individuals, since we cannot find any receipt that they received them. We cannot find any receipt that they paid for them. So it wouldn't make sense for us to speculate that they received them and try to create some type of statement that might be incorrect. So what our decision was, if these license plates are circulating out there, we just want the people to know that we are classifying them as invalid.
The Ministry of Local Government, in collaboration with the Belmopan City Council, hosted an information session for Belmopan residents and the business community on the new trade license regime. The new regime aims at improving the ease of doing business through the incorporation of the principles such as predictability, accountability, and the ease of administration. Mayor Kawich says that the session saw a very good turnout and that residents are showing openness to the new regime.
Thankfully, we had a very good turnout last night. So I want to thank the business community for participating. The reception of the information, I believe, was well received. We had some residents who had some clarifications that they needed, and that was addressed during the questions and answers segment. But overall, we believe that the presentation done by Director King from the Ministry of Local Government was well prepared and very clear. So it was mainly very small, more specific details that people are trying to clarify.
So what's the next step from here?
We, regarding the trade license, we have an educational campaign that we want to execute. We need to try and ensure that we educate the business community as much as we can. We also want to work along with the business community for them to be comfortable and to fully understand the new fee structure.
Coming up, 100 cases of alleged voter registration fraud taken to court.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Man, ever since everybody here, the next big thing there, the excitement can't done. Everyone wants to know more.
More?
Yes, please. I tell them, say hello to unlimited data, only with Digi. You can now enjoy unlimited data with Digi's postpaid plans, like the Plus plan, which just got cheaper, I might add. The Elite and Max plans also have unlimited data. You can have from 5 to 7 people on your shared plan, with all having unlimited data 24/7. I tell you, big things. If you're not signed up already, I suggest you sign up now. Make the switch to Digi. The next big thing there, go sign up for your unlimited data. Unlimited is unlimited. Never worry about data again.
Design Depot, your all-in-one destination for transforming your living spaces. Explore the world of GE with our selection of cutting-edge appliances for functional, convenient, and modern living. Find solutions for every paint project, from home to industrial, with our extensive selection of Sherwin-Williams paints and coatings. Safeguard your home with the durability of our weather-resistant windows and doors. Elevate your kitchen and bath with the timeless elegance of Kohler sinks and faucets. Transform your space with our constantly refreshed tile inventory, always embracing the latest tile trends. Design Depot, all in one place.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing, come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band, Techno Band Belize, Youth Connection Band, Lucio and the New Generation, Hurry 7 Band, Hamburgers Vibes Band, oh, baby, it's wild, Santino's Messengers, The Comeback, Mr. Sila Agustin, Reckless Flores, St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez, General Super G, and the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Foyos Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Yes FM, License Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabi, Maximum Radio, Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow. Due to the annual surplus, and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
In the Cayo North constituency, 100 voter registrations are under scrutiny for suspected fraud. Those registrations are now being challenged in court. Former area representative Omar Figueroa has addressed a letter to the Governor General, alleging that several hundred registrations have mysteriously appeared on the voters list without clear addresses. Figueroa suspects these registrations are of dubious origin and is demanding that the Elections and Boundaries Department provide the necessary documentation to verify the legitimacy of these voters. News 5's Brittany Gordon spoke with Figueroa to delve deeper into these serious allegations. Here's that story.
Former Cayo North Area Representative Omar Figueroa has done the math. And by his calculations, things are not adding up at the Elections and Boundaries Department. He alleges that prior to the 2024 municipal elections, a significant number of voters of questionable origins began appearing on the voters list. As Figueroa and Mayor Earl Trapp were unable to independently verify the voters' addresses, they had given up on pursuing answers. Flash forward to July and August 2024, the period allotted for the transfer of electors from one constituency to the next, and Figueroa claims that the suspicious activity has returned.
We filed an objection for the first supplementary, but we weren't successful in court. We have since filed another one because the same thing is happening. We're seeing like 30, 40 names being placed, for example, on Stanton Street or on Benqueviejo Road or on Beetlejuice Street, and with no clear indication as to which house, and as we do our investigations, we start to find out, these people actually live in Socots, these people actually live in Benqueviejo town. We make our calls and we do our investigation, and we find out a bunch of them, significant numbers, live in Hattieville and in Lords Bank and in certain parts of Belize City.
In the most recent supplementary list, 273 voters registered to transfer to Cayo North. Through an investigation conducted by Figueroa and his team, he suspects that at least 100 of those voter registrations are fraudulent and is challenging them before the court.
We start by looking at the areas from where they're transferred, and immediately you start seeing. But what really raises some red flags is when you look at one house, for example, on Stanton Street, and you have 35 people there in the last 3 weeks of the transfer period. I mean, in the last 3 weeks of the transfer period, you have 28 people, I think, registering at Stanton Street. And then we have about, I think, 18 on Benqueviejo Road, and we're trying to decipher whether it's the same house because it's a corner house that's the focus of our investigation.
One of the major causes of concern was the lack of specificity in the addresses listed on the registration sheets. Addresses such as Bolton area, Church Street, and Benqueviejo Road were listed with no house numbers.
The Election and Boundaries Office made it difficult for us to actually carry out our investigation because they have refused to give us the precise location of these residences. However, we had a small victory in court yesterday where the magistrate instructed the Election and Boundaries to actually provide copies of those investigation sheets. So that should help shed light on our investigations and help us to determine what it is that we're trying to determine. But we are confident that out of the 100 that we objected to, we are confident that the significant majority is actually fraudulent votes.
We reached out to Chief Elections Officer Josephine Tamai for a comment, but she was unable to offer a comment at this time. However, she explained that any registered elector can object to the name of any person published on the monthly supplementary list. The matter is then heard in open court by the magistrate. Based on the evidence provided in court, they will decide whether the name remains or is to be removed from the list. Objections are a part of the monthly process, allowed between the 15th and 25th of the month. Figueroa says that this is a very limited amount of time to conduct independent investigations on several hundred registrations, but they still thought it necessary to proceed with at least 100 cases.
And what's sad about this whole issue, what's really sad is the number of young voters that are being enticed to be a part of this fraud. We have about 10% out of the 100 that are first-time voters. I mean, it cannot be that we, at that early age, we will encourage these young people to go and be part of this kind of fraud, right? I'm glad that you're giving this some attention, because it really needs a lot of attention. And hopefully, we're trying as much as we can to reach organizations like the OAS that come down and monitor elections, and we're reaching as many regional partners as well to try to shed some light and hopefully bring an end to this.
The case will resume in court on Friday. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
As election season approaches, it's not uncommon to see questionable activities involving the distribution of land titles by political hopefuls. Recently, our newsroom received a tip about a list of Corozal residents whose names appeared in a post by PUP Corozal-based standard-bearer Thea Garcia Ramirez. Ramirez, who commutes to Belmopan for work, addressed the concerns, stating she has nothing to hide. She clarified that the land title documents she is distributing are for individuals who applied long before she became a standard bearer. Some of these applicants don't even reside in her constituency, and some are supporters of the UDP, living in Corozal. Ramirez explained that many of these individuals have asked her to collect their land documents on their behalf, since her daily commute to Belmopan makes it convenient for her and saves them the cost and hassle of the trip. She emphasized that she has no authority to process land applications for anyone. Her Facebook post listing the names was simply an effort to assist by delivering the documents to the rightful owners. Ramirez stressed that she does not work in the lands department and has no power to distribute land. She has been helping in this manner for years, well before her political ambitions. She assured that her actions are purely altruistic, aimed at aiding Corozal residents, and she has never received any complaints about her efforts. This past weekend, the United Democratic Party, UDP, celebrated its 51st anniversary, commemorating over 5 decades of dedicated service to Belize. Founded in 1973 through the collaborative efforts of the National Independence Party and the People's Development Movement, the UDP was established to create a formidable opposition to the then dominant People's United Party. The anniversary event shone a spotlight on the party's significant contributions to Belize and honored its members for their unwavering efforts in fortifying the opposition. News 5's Brittany Gordon brings us the story.
The year is 1973, and Belize finds itself in desperate need of a robust opposition to the People's United Party. The role of this opposition is crucial: to hold the government accountable and ensure the voices of the public are heard. In response to this need, the United Democratic Party, UDP, was founded, with Dean Lindo elected as its first leader. Remarkably, just 1 year later, the UDP secured 6 of the 18 seats in the 1974 general elections. Fast forward 51 years, and the party is now celebrating its legacy of accomplishments both as a previously elected government and as an opposition.
There are certain countries where there is only one mass party, there's only a state party, and for many decades in Belize, the PUP ruled this country. The different opposition parties could not muster enough seats in the House of Representatives to form government, and it wasn't until the amalgamation of the PDM, the Liberal Party, and the National Independence Party, which is an amalgamation of the National Party and the Honduran Independence Party, that finally in 1984 we were able, after independence, to have a UDP government.
The UDP paid homage to its forebears, highlighting the works of the party's first leader, Dean Lindo, and Sir Manuel Esquivel of the Liberal Party, who served as the second Prime Minister of Belize under the UDP. The anniversary event brought together supporters from across the country, who were rewarded for their contributions to Belize in economic growth, education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Some of these awards paid tribute to the party's founding leaders, such as the Philip Golson Lifetime Achievement Award that was given to Deputy Party Chairman Alberta August. Also recognized was four-time Kaya North Area Representative Salvador Fernandez, who received the Sir Manuel Esquivel Outstanding Minister Award. His son, Albert Fernandez, accepted on his father's behalf. An award was also established in the party leader's name. The Shine Barrow Distinguished Service Award was bestowed upon the Chair of Membership, Diane Finnegan. Other award recipients included Public Relations Officer Shane Williams, who received the Youth Leader Award, and Deputy Mayor of the Twin Towns, San Ignacio and Santa Elena, Bernadette Fernandez, who was recognized with the Faith Bab Woman Leader Award. Party leader Shine Barrow said that the UDP has won the most general elections in post-independence Belize. He maintains his stance that the party has done the most to develop Belize, stating that the country is better served by UDP governments. In a statement, he says, quote, "We have within us the power to form the next government of Belize once we stay focused and engaged with the people we want to serve. We shall continue to work hand in hand to strengthen and protect the institution of the UDP so that the party can elect many more governments to develop Belize." End quote. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Area Representative Anthony Mahler has spent considerable time working in Pickstock since being elected in November 2020. Constituents have seen the refurbishment of Bergerfield on Vernon Street. They've also seen a partnership with the Belize City Council and Area Representative Cordell Hyde for the construction of stalls along Mahogany Street. So, what's next for the division, and will it be sufficient for Mahler to retain his seat in the House of Representatives come 2025?
What has it been like for you over the past 4.5 years in terms of being able to work in the Pickstock constituency in a bid to secure another term in office?
Well, it's been a joy for me. It has been a passion of mine for years, and serving the people has been what I grew up with. And so we've done well in terms of building homes, fixing streets, Bergerfield, Mahogany Street, other projects that we have done, the Hope Center that makes me proud, and where women are making shampoo and conditioner and all these things. And we now have a new manifesto that we'll produce within the next couple of weeks as I go around in the communities again campaigning.
After the break, Machakilha overcomes infrastructure challenges one step at a time. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. I often think that we do not realize the importance and significance of words. Often in times of anger, parents have made damaging statements to their children that has later affected their lives. They have said things like, "You will never amount to anything. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're lazy," or "you're mean." Those negative seeds often planted in a child's mind affect their outcome in life. Spoken words can discourage or they can encourage. As a small boy, about 5 years of age, I walked over to my grandfather's house one day. Well do I remember that day, standing around my grandmother's old iron stove that was heated by wood, and feeling my grandfather's hand being placed upon my head, and hearing him say, "Someday Bob is going to be our preacher." Those encouraging words never departed me, but did encourage me to want to live for God. God used those words at the age of 17 to confirm that He was truly calling me into the ministry. Yes, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. Be careful how you use them. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a Social Security number, click Link My SSN to link your Social Security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a Social Security number, click Register with SSB. You are now ready to truly experience Social Security at your fingertips.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to the National MSME Roadshow 2024. Join us for free workshops in marketing using AI, finance, business planning, and customer service. Connect with financial institutions for access to finance opportunities, meet with key government agencies, and showcase your business at the Roadshow Expo in an effort to get more locals to buy Belizean. We will be in Orange Walk Town, June 13th to the 15th, PG, June 27th to the 29th, Corozal, July 11th to the 13th, Benque, July 25th to the 27th, San Pedro, August 15th to the 17th, Keycocker, August 23rd to the 24th, Belmopan, August 29th to the 31st, Hopkins, September 13th to the 14th, San Ignacio, September 26th to the 28th, Tangriga, October 10th to the 12th, Placencia, October 18th to the 19th, and Belize City, October 24th to the 26th. Sign up today for the National MSME Roadshow. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Beltrade or call us at 880-3737. Sign up today for the National MSME Roadshow. Let's get your business on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
October has officially begun, ushering in what many fondly call the spooky season. While most Belizeans might be gearing up for Halloween with costumes and trick-or-treating, Maya traditions offer a different perspective as October ends and November begins. Depending on where you are in the country, you might hear about or even join in a Dia de los Muertos or Los Finados celebration. These cultural events are dedicated to honoring the departed through communion, feasts, and prayers. However, as these age-old traditions intersect with the modern, commercialized Halloween festivities, there's a risk of losing a generation to contemporary trends. News 5's Paul Lopez delves deeper into this in this week's installment of Culture Tuesday.
"85-year-old Angelita Magana, a devout Catholic, faithfully attends Mass every week at the San Joaquin Roman Catholic Church. A proud woman of mestizo descent, she is deeply passionate about preserving her cultural heritage. As the world around her increasingly adopts a westernized version of Halloween, Magana remains steadfast in her commitment to the traditional celebrations of Dia de los Muertos, or Los Finados. Her dedication to honoring her ancestors through these time-honored rituals is a testament to her enduring spirit and cultural pride.
Traditionally, we know it as Hanapishan, meaning food for the dead. Okay. I know you have heard that the Mayas believed a lot and respected a lot dead people, because they believe that when you die, you still continue living somewhere else. It's a tradition that we have that is celebrated starting on the 31st of October, when our tradition is that we believe that on that night, the 31st, souls are released from heaven and they are sent to visit their living family.
And as the dead return to earth to visit their families, their loved ones prepare for that encounter with a feast, hence the phrase, food for the dead. This is a ritual of gratitude.
The Mayas, they believe a lot in the dead. They believe in the souls, right? So it comes from them that they had to be grateful first for the parents or whoever died in their family. They had to feed them once a year, give them some food that they liked, right? Or drinks that they liked. And then you either had a rosary said in your home, or you had a asentado. Asentado means you just set the food on the table, right? And then, but it has to be very hot food you put. And then you can actually see how it evaporates gradually, right? And the belief was that while that is going up, they are eating that, they're receiving it. And so when in the evening the food is cool already, there's a little space down that the food went down, and they said, oh, you see, the souls came and they received that food.
For Magana and her community, the annual tradition begins on October 31st, when it is believed that the souls are released back to earth. November 1st is dedicated to feeding the souls of children who have passed on, while November 2nd is reserved for honoring adults. This heartfelt practice is a poignant reminder of the community's deep respect and love for their ancestors, blending reverence with celebration.
We are trying to keep it up because gradually the new generation is gradually losing that spirituality that we had as Maya mestizos, Belizean Maya mestizos.
According to Magana, children and young adults are increasingly replacing these cultural practices with a commercialized version of Halloween centered around costumes, jack-o'-lanterns, candies, and trick-or-treating. Here at the Banquitas House of Culture in Orange Walk Town, Cindy Rivero and her team have been working tirelessly to bring awareness to a younger generation through the annual Dia de los Finados celebration.
It is our job, and we take that opportunity seriously, to tell them, okay, the amount of candles that you place on the altar signifies this. They treat their altars represent certain things, so we try to educate them as best as possible, utilizing or having elders within the community that have that knowledge to share it with them. So for us, it's very important that they know as to why we do certain things and not just say, oh, it's just we're offering food for the dead, but they don't come and they eat it.
Rivera concedes that in the age of technology, her work is becoming increasingly challenging.
We try to educate our children that, Halloween is not really part of the Belizean culture and the Belizean tradition. And so it is very difficult for them to understand, because with the increase in technology and the wider or vast information of the American population and what they do and their influences within our country, they don't really understand, or they cannot see the separation between one particular celebration, which is the Halloween, and the other one, which is the Dia de los Muertos, which is our celebration.
Cindy Rivera and Angelita Magana have learned that these family spirits are not to be feared, but celebrated. They cherish the presence of their ancestors, viewing it as a time of joy and reverence. This heartfelt belief is one that they hope will endure for generations, even amidst challenges and changing times.
I remember one night, and I was sitting on my veranda out there, and my husband had gone to help his brother in the shop, and I was alone, and I was just rocking in the chair, and I kind of dozed off, right? All of a sudden, I felt those arms around my arms from the back, right? And I felt that smell. I said, "Hi, Dad." I opened my eyes and actually felt the hands moving away from my arms. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid. I just said, my dad came to visit me. And that's it, because we were taught that they won't hurt you.
Must have been a special moment for you.
Very. I cried.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Through a collaborative effort between the government of Belize and UNICEF, a rudimentary water system has been introduced to the distant community of Machakilha in southern Belize. This remote village, located in the Toledo East constituency, has long endured without basic necessities like electricity and potable water. Since taking office in late 2020, the Briseno administration has been diligently working to address these fundamental needs. Recently, a significant milestone was reached with the inauguration ceremony introducing potable water to Machakilha. Here's News 5's Isani Catano with that story.
Nestled in the remote southern reaches of Belize, the village of Machakilha is home to around 250 residents. During the rainy season, the trails transform into a quagmire of thick, deep mud, making the hike treacherously slippery and challenging. Once the rains subside, there is only a narrow window of opportunity before the scorching heat sets in, rendering the long trek nearly impossible.
The first time we came here was about 3 years ago. And we walk from Dolores to Machakilha. We walk about almost 2 hours in the bush and in the mud to reach to this village. And that was the first time I came to this village. And I told the minister, we have taken over the government. The government must serve the people. And the government must start serving with those who have been left behind.
For years, Machakilha has persevered without basic infrastructure and utilities, standing resilient in its isolation. The nearest neighboring village is several hours away on foot, making this place a true testament to the endurance and spirit of its inhabitants.
So we walked all the way here. And I remember we had a meeting with the villagers, and the first thing they said was, we need a road. And we said, we will build a road. So the following year in dry season, we built the road. But it wasn't complete, it just was opened up.
This off-the-grid community in the Toledo district thrives on solar power, harnessing the sun's energy to meet its demands. The resilience and resourcefulness of its people shine brightly in this unique and vibrant corner of the country.
We were able to bring in Minister Ramiro's truck with a load of solar panels and batteries, because we started to work with UNDP to put solar on the homes of the people. After that, we completed the road. Then they said we need help with our water.
Despite being established many decades ago, Machakilha continued to face the challenge of living without access to potable water. Without clean water, residents are at a high risk of waterborne diseases. These illnesses can be particularly severe in children and the elderly.
Water is our mandate, as other things are. But anywhere, anything that affects a child, it's our mandate. And we cannot help a child without looking at the ecosystem the child is staying in.
Growing up in Toledo District, ERA Representative Oscar Rekenya can relate to substandard living conditions due to poor water access and how it affected the overall quality of life. This includes inadequate sanitation facilities, which can further exacerbate health issues.
I used to get water from a creek. We never have no potable water. That's how I grew up. I used to carry a gallon and fill the water and run home and run maybe 10 times to make sure that I could fill my mother's bucket so that we could have drinking water. And that is why, as I grew up and I work in the villages, including Machakilha, when I was at the Ministry of Education, we used to walk for hours under the bush. And I saw the difficulty, I saw the challenge that our people are living on a daily basis.
Addressing these challenges requires a multifaceted approach, including investment in infrastructure, education on water sanitation, and sustainable water management practices. In many communities, women and girls are often responsible for collecting water, which can be a time-consuming and physically demanding task. This can limit their opportunities for education and employment.
For too long and for too many years, Machakilha has been deprived of having a proper water system. And while it affects the health aspect of humanity, it also, puts some constraints on people. One of the points that made my heart cry and motivated me during my campaign was when I look at women or kids walking with a bucket of water in their head, and I don't know for how long they have been walking. And then maybe several miles, maybe a mile, maybe a few minutes, maybe an hour, we don't know. But one thing I can tell you, that is not what this government wants for Machakilha.
What the government has done is join forces with other agencies, including UNICEF, to install a rudimentary water system in the village. It is a basic infrastructure designed to provide water to this underdeveloped area. It will be managed by a local water board to ensure maintenance and operation.
We are committed to continue serving your community. So we finish with water. We have to start to look at other areas of development. For us at the Ministry of Rural Transformation, one of the big things that we are working on, one of the big goals that we want to achieve is poverty reduction.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.
Over the weekend, a training program in Pueblo Viejo, Toledo District concluded with a celebration of newfound skills and empowerment. This initiative, a collaboration between the government of Belize, the Taiwanese Technical Mission, and the Tumul Uj Pueblo Mopan Women's Group, provided 16 women, including single mothers, with the opportunity to learn how to sew traditional Maya garments and contemporary office wear. The program's goal is for these participants to use their newly acquired skills to create sustainable livelihoods for themselves, weaving a brighter future with every stitch.
It has been a very tedious 3 months, but I am glad to say that at the end, the women that participated have come a long way from not knowing how to pedal a machine to now I can say that they have sewn their own. The clothing that they have graduated in today is the Mopan wear, and they constructed. I'm proud to say that they are the one that produced their own their outfit today. So in order to say the ladies have learned so many, not only the cultural wear, but also the uniforms, the office outfits, baby's clothes, and so many other design and styles when it comes to texture, clothing and textile. And I would like to say that this is an opportunity for them to help themselves being an entrepreneur, because as you have heard, some of them are single mothers, some of them are self-challenged. And so that's the reason why we really support this project.
I want to congratulate and to thank the trainers, as I said, Ms. Maria Kukul and Ms. Martha Shaw, who over the past 16 weeks have empowered these women. They have taught them their skills. They have passed on knowledge, values, and attitudes that are going to help these women to ensure that they are empowered both economically, meaning that they can make their own garments, they can, sew for people in the community and outside of the community. They can generate their own money and ensure that they have a sustainable livelihood. So congratulations to all these ladies. And this would never be possible without the support of our friends from Taiwan.
When we return, what does U.S. dock workers' strike mean for Belize's imports?
This is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Shop Smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. you won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Once the backbone of Belize as caregivers, laborers, and essential members of the workforce, these individuals are now in their twilight years. This week, they are being celebrated during Older Persons Week, part of the International Day of Older Persons observed annually on October 1st to raise awareness about the challenges faced by aging populations. In Belize, the theme for the week is Aging with Dignity, the importance of strengthening care and support systems for older persons in Belize. Residents of the Sister Cecilia Home for the Elderly and Help Age Belize are enjoying a variety of fun activities designed to treat and pamper them, showing appreciation for their invaluable contributions to family and community. News 5's Marian Ali visited with them today and filed this report.
Praise the Lord, I thank Him for joy. Oh, yes.
Today began like any other day at the Sister Cecilia Home for the Elderly on Wilson Street. However, this week is special for the 23 residents who are receiving extra care, delightful treats, and engaging in fun activities to celebrate their lives. Supervisor Sherry Lee Selgado shares that there are plenty of exciting events lined up to honor these cherished individuals.
Well, right now we are planning some light activities for the residents here at the home. We have Pass the Ball, we have Chalupa, Bingo, we have Walking Race, and we have a little light game of volleyball. They're not very active, so we have to do light exercises for them so that they can keep up. We're going to do a city tour on Friday that was done by Miss Pollock. She made that happen. So we're going to take them on the train ride around the city to see everything. They haven't come out of the home in a while, so that should be fun.
Alice Buckley is one of the residents, a former teacher and preacher of the Salvation Army Church. Buckley now leads the morning prayers at the home for the elderly.
I was born on Victoria Street and I attended Ebenezer Primary. Then we moved over on this side. I attended Wesley Primary. Wesley Infants up to Wesley Primary. And then when I graduated from Standard 6, I went to St. Hilda's, ACC now, yes. And when I graduated from there, I entered not immediately, but I, try to stay home a little bit with my parents. And then I went to Jamaica, and I spent 19 years there.
Buckley shared a bit about her contributions to the Salvation Army mission upon her return home in 1988.
When I came home in 88, I think I spent just a couple months, and then I was designated to be the principal there. I'm retired. I only go to church as a member, and if they have anything special, and they think that I will be able to handle it, I do it.
But you lead the prayers here?
Yes. Most time because I want them to learn how to be fluent, but they offer prayers also because we are spontaneous in the army, you know. Yes.
Tell me what the prayers this morning was about.
I was saying that for us, we should go to God as often as possible because He's a good God. Well, I said that's the base. He's a good God. And when we go to Him, there will be no disappointment with Him. Even if it appears negative to us, He is in control.
A few of the residents are escorted over to HelpAge Belize, located on the same compound, where they are given special pampering. They are joined by a few more who still live with their families but enjoy the activities at HelpAge, like Yvonne Reynolds.
We went to church on Sunday. We had a nice time at the park yesterday with all the seniors, them from the Y, and
Tell me how, not being a resident, how you're able to take part in that?
I just had a friend, and she invited me over. I didn't even know about this place until she invited me and said, you can come over, I said, right, and you can play league games and so on, take part with it. Well, I like to play bingo.
So you come to play bingo now?
Bingos, yes. Not today, but, it's on Monday. We always play it on Monday. And Tuesday we do arts and craft. And Wednesday we do exercise. On Thursday they take a break off. On Friday we do church service here.
You take part now in these events?
Yes, Mom.
And you seem to enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoy it. That's why I'm always coming here. I feel so hyped to come out here every day after weeks.
Today, HelpAge treated the elderly to manicures, pedicures, hair braiding, and soothing massages. On Friday, the organization plans to take them to Banana Bank for a refreshing swim and some horseback riding. Marilyn Ordonez, chairperson of HelpAge Belize City, emphasizes the importance of these activities in showing the elderly that they are cherished and loved. For those living with potentially abusive relatives, Ordonez assures that HelpAge steps in to provide support and intervention when needed.
HelpAge does have a team that does home care, and we do look within the community to see if that is happening, because if that does happen, then we work with the Ministry of Human Services, who have persons in place to intervene on those behalf.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
At the stroke of midnight, 45,000 dock workers on the U.S. eastern seaboard launched a massive strike, affecting over 30 ports from Maine to Texas. This industrial action has sparked concern among Belizean importers who worry about the potential delays in their shipments. The dock workers are primarily protesting U.S. port operators over wages and the increasing use of automation. Delroy Fairweather, a customs broker, shared that while their current stock can last for a couple of weeks, an extended strike would force them to seek alternative sources for imports.
When all these vessels get to a berthing area, cannot be offloaded, you have literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of containers that needs to be offloaded, and that's where the issue and the problem will come in. So you're looking we're going back to this pandemic type situation. We trade with the entire world per se. I don't really have the statistics per se, what percentage of items would come from out of the US as opposed to what comes from China, from Europe, from the Caribbean, and so forth. But Belize, again, we're strategically located, and the proximity to our one of the major ports, which is Jamaica, which is a major transshipment hub, which brings a lot of containers out of China and Europe and those places, pretty much can fill the void. Yes, we do import a lot of food stuff from the US, of course, on a weekly basis. But I am thinking that what we have here for now, for at least another 2 to 3 weeks, we're fine.
Up next, Belize reaffirms commitment to Haiti at UN General Assembly.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing. Come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band. Techno Band Belize. Youth Connection Band. Lucio and the New Generation. Gil Hurry 7 Band. Hamburgers Vibes Band. Oh, baby, baby, it's wild. Santino's Messengers, The Comeback. Mr. Sila Agustin. Reckless Flores. St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez. The General Super G. And the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer. Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Coils Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, License Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabi, Maximum Radio, and Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
I say to you that there is a dire global health challenge at our gates in the global south. We have experienced an exponential rise in cardiovascular disease, chronic respiratory and infectious diseases, cancer, diabetes, air pollution, mental health challenges, malnutrition. And all of this while the climate crisis has impacted us and our environment and will continue to do so. We, the citizens of the Caribbean, are faced with a simple choice. What will our future be?
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Today, on the International Day of Older Persons, we gather to celebrate the wisdom, experience, and contributions of our elders. In Belize, our older population forms an integral part of our society, and it is imperative that we provide them with the care, respect, and support they deserve. As our population ages, there is the need for robust care and support systems. These systems are essential to ensure that our elders can live with dignity, independence, and a good quality of life. In Belize, we have made significant strides in this area, investing in support systems for older persons and expanding key health services such as NHI, but there is still much to be done. Many older adults and their families face challenges in accessing the specialized services to meet the needs of older adults, such as medicine, rehabilitation, and mental health support. Families need strong support systems, both from within the family and from the community, to meet the demands of long-term care. It is crucial that we invest in expanding social services, those that are needed to meet the unique needs of our aging population. Another important aspect of strengthening care and support systems is ensuring that our elders have access to affordable transportation. As many of our elderly persons retire, they may face financial challenges that limit their ability to afford transportation. So by providing accessible transportation services, we can help our elders to remain independent and connected in their communities. Finally, we must foster a culture of respect and appreciation for our senior citizens, because ageism is a pervasive issue that can have a significant impact on the well-being of older adults. By promoting intergenerational programs and activities, we can help to break down stereotypes and foster a more inclusive society. In conclusion, the International Day of Older Persons is a reminder for all of us of the importance of strengthening care and support systems for our elders. By investing in healthcare, housing, and transportation, and promoting a culture of respect, we can ensure that our seniors can age with dignity and contribute meaningfully to our society. Let us continue to work together in creating a Belize where all our citizens, regardless of age, can live fulfilling and rewarding lives.
Tonight, the conflict in the Middle East continues to escalate, igniting international crises. Nearly a year has passed since Israel began its bombing campaign on the Gaza Strip, which started after the Palestinian militant group Hamas fired rockets into Israel in protest of the Gaza blockade. The ongoing war has forced many Palestinians to flee their homes. Earlier today, Iran retaliated against Israel, killing of a top Islamic commander by launching nearly 200 missiles. Fortunately, most of these were intercepted by Israel's defense system, but the country has signaled its intent to retaliate. Belize remains steadfast in its position that the occupation of the Gaza Strip is unjust and has consistently supported calls for a ceasefire. On Saturday, Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca reiterated this stance during his address at the 79th session of the UN General Assembly in New York City.
Belize rejects the continued denial of self-determination of the Palestinian people and calls for the eradication of the system of colonial domination and apartheid being imposed upon them. As Belize stated to the International Court of Justice in the recent advisory opinion, Israel cannot be permitted to continue flouting one of the most fundamental principles of international law with impunity. Impunity breeds inhumanity. Just 2 weeks ago, this assembly approved a resolution proposed by Palestine affirming the ICJ's advisory opinion and called on members to act to reinforce the Palestinian people's right to self-determination. The war, the oppression, and the inhumanity must end.
At the 79th United Nations General Assembly, Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca delivered a compelling address, highlighting several international conflicts, including the ongoing crisis in Haiti. Last month, Belize took a proactive step by deploying 2 BDF officers to Haiti, supporting the United Nations Security Council resolution aimed at fostering collaboration among CARICOM countries to restore security in the region. In his speech, Fonseca underscored the critical importance of solidarity and allyship between nations during times of hardship, emphasizing that collective efforts are essential to overcoming global challenges.
Conflicts should not be allowed to fester. The war in Ukraine is now 2 years running, and we are concerned that the end is still not near. Haiti has seized our attention once again. For Belize, the international response must be enduring for long-lasting peace and security of our sister country. We are working through the Caribbean community to reinforce and strengthen Haiti, and we commend the Haitian people in their resolve to define their own pathway forward. We are pleased to be contributing personnel to the multinational security support mission. Belize is extremely worried that up to now, the international community has not fully delivered on its commitments for the MSS, nor the UN humanitarian needs and response plan for Haiti. This jeopardizes all the efforts towards establishing political stability, but more than that, puts the future of Haiti at substantial risk.
In his address, Minister Fonseca also emphasized the importance of climate justice for developing nations. He explained that Belize is a member of the Alliance of Small Island Developing States, which contributes less than 1% of global emissions. However, these nations feel the impact of climate change heavily, as they depend on traditional sectors. It is for that reason that leaders of the alliance adopted the Declaration on Sea Level Rise and Statehood on the 23rd of September. This affirms that the sovereignty or statehood of small island developing states cannot be challenged under any circumstance of climate change-related sea level rise. Fonseca encourages nations to offer support for this cause.
We invite all UN member states to support the implementation of this declaration and to use it as the basis of international cooperation. To further guarantee that SIDS will be spared the gravest climate threats, global warming must be limited to well below 1.5 degrees Celsius. Belize urges the G20 to enhance their emission reduction targets to achieve this temperature limit. For SIDS, adaptation is imperative, and loss and damage associated with climate change is inevitable. The new climate finance goal to be decided in Baku must contain specific recommendations for minimum allocation to SIDS in relation to grant-based and concessional finance for adaptation and grants for loss and damage. It must also give effect to the provisions of the Paris Agreement, which require enhanced access for SIDS and LDCs to climate finance. Finally, it must support the urgent capitalization of the fund for responding to loss and damage.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.